All right, let's talk about something that's really shaking up how people earn money online. We're diving into a platform called OfferLab, and they're completely rethinking commissions. You know, the fundamental way we all get paid. It's all built around this idea of working together instead of competing. If you've ever felt like you're just grinding away, you are definitely going to want to see this.
So here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll get into the big picture, the new sales model. Then, we'll look at the two main ways you can earn. One is for making money right now, and the other is all about long-term passive growth. We're even going to run the numbers on real-world scenarios so you can see exactly how it works. And then, of course, we'll talk about your next step.
You know, selling stuff online has gotten seriously tough. It's not like the old days. The game keeps changing, from Google to Facebook and now TikTok, and every time it changes, it just seems to get harder and way more expensive to get your voice heard.
Does any of this sound familiar? I mean, you've got a fantastic product, but just getting it in front of the right people feels like a constant uphill battle. Your ad costs are all over the place, your audience has probably seen your offer a million times, and don't even get me started on the algorithms. It is a massive frustration for so many entrepreneurs and marketers out there.
Okay, so this is exactly where OfferLab flips the script. The old way is you versus the world. You pay for your own traffic to sell your own product. OfferLab's whole idea is built on collaboration. It's a platform designed from the ground up to let you plug into other people's traffic, leverage their amazing products, and basically share in their success.
So let's jump into the first way you can earn. It's this brilliant concept they call Moneyball funnels. Now, if you've ever seen the movie Moneyball, you know it's not about finding one perfect superstar. It's about building a winning team by combining players who are just exceptionally good at very specific things. Well, this applies that exact same logic to a sales funnel.
And that right there is the core idea. Let's be real, finding that one perfect offer that has a great front end, amazing upsells, and recurring revenue, it's like finding a unicorn. So why not stop looking? Instead, you get to assemble a super funnel by just picking and choosing the absolute best offers from different creators on the platform and combining them into one unstoppable sales machine.
And the process is actually incredibly simple. First, you just browse the marketplace and find offers that are already converting like crazy. Second, you literally assemble your Moneyball funnel in under a minute. Third, you get one single simple link to promote. And fourth, and this is the absolute best part, you get paid instantly. The system automatically splits the commission on every single sale that happens in your funnel. It's that easy.
So theory is great, but what I find really fascinating is seeing how the money actually moves around. Let's walk through a super simple, real-world example so you can see the power of this active earning model for yourself.
Okay, so let's imagine you build a really simple funnel. You pick a great low-cost $7 guide to be your front-end offer. It's an easy yes for people. Then, right after they buy that, you offer them a one-click upsell. Let's say it's a much more in-depth $97 course. But here's the kicker. It's from a completely different person.
Now, a customer comes through, they buy both items, which makes the total value of that one customer $104. They came in for a small purchase, but because the upsell was the perfect next step, they went for that too.
And here is the magic. How does that $104 get split up? Well, as the affiliate who brought in the customer, you get a straight 50% commission on the total sale. So boom, $52 lands in your account instantly. The person who created the $7 offer, they get their 50% cut, which is $350. And the creator of that $97 upsell, they get their 50%, which is $48.50. Everybody wins, and it all happens in the background automatically.
But wait, there's more. Let's shift gears to the second commission model, because this is how you build something way bigger, a true long-term passive income stream. This is where you go from just being a promoter to earning like you're an owner of the platform itself. They call this the Warren Buffett principle, and the logic is beautiful in its simplicity. You earn a tiny piece of a huge pie. Instead of investing money in a company, you're investing your time by bringing talented people to the platform. And for every single person you refer, OfferLab gives you a small percentage of every sale they ever make, for life.
So here's how it breaks down. Once you earn your first $1,000 on OfferLab, you unlock verified user status. From that moment on, you get 0.5% of every single transaction from anyone you referred. But it gets better. Once you cross the $100,000 earnings mark, you become a super affiliate, and that rate triples to 1.5%. Again, this sounds amazing, but what could that actually look like in your bank account? Let's run the numbers on another quick scenario to see just how powerful this passive income can be.
Let's say you invite a friend who's a course creator to join the platform. You don't promote their stuff, you don't build funnels for them, you just made the introduction. Now let's say they have a great month and sell $10,000 worth of their course.
Well, as a verified user, you'd make a passive $50 that month just from their efforts. But as a super affiliate, that same $10,000 in sales from your referral would earn you $150. Now, just for a second, imagine you've referred 10 creators like that, or maybe 100 affiliates. You can see how this quickly becomes an incredibly powerful, scalable, and totally passive income engine. So there you have it, the two core commission models inside OfferLab. One is all about generating income right now, today. The other is about building real long-term wealth. So what's the big takeaway here? It's that you really have two clear paths that work perfectly together. You can get started earning actively right now by building these awesome Moneyball funnels. And while you're doing that, you can also be planting seeds for your future by inviting other talented people to the platform and building that passive income with the Warren Buffett principle.
You know, it's a really fundamental shift from the old dog-eat-dog world to a new collaborative one. If you want to explore this for yourself and see the platform in action, you should definitely head over to OfferLabWarriors.com/go. And that really just leaves one question. Now that you understand these two powerful ways to earn, the active path and the passive path, which one are you going to start building first? Thanks for watching.